And we are back live again in the Weather Dog studio. We now have another tornado warning. This one is for, this just exited Morgan County. It's now moving into Greene County. And this is south of Athens here in northeast Georgia. We have another thunderstorm fired up. This is for Greene County, Oglethorpe County, Tallifer, and Wilkes County, all in eastern Georgia here. I'll zoom out here just again, just in case you're joining us here. This is a tornado warning south and east of Athens. Now, we've been watching this here over the past 10 minutes, just keeping an eye on it as the rotation tightened, and it has tightened, and the National Weather Service deemed it tight enough to issue a tornado warning. Now, this tornado warning goes through 3:45 in the morning. So take shelter. This is north of Greensboro. This is going to go north of you in Greene County, but this also includes Oglethorpe and Tallifer counties. This is extreme northern Tallifer counties. So if you're in Crawfordville, this does not include you in Tallifer. Wilkes, this would be heading in the general direction of Washington, Georgia here. So we want you to take heed. This is a warning. A tornado warning means the ingredients are there. It is conducive, and this storm could produce a tornado at any moment here. We're going to switch over to velocity, and I can show you those red and greens right next to each other. Those red and greens are right here. And if we were to track this forward, we would see this come through Woodville. This would be coming towards you as well, and then eventually towards Rail. So if you are anywhere near Woodville, go ahead and take shelter. If you are on Georgia Highway 77 north of Union Point, if you are in Greensboro, take cover now. Your safe room should be on the first floor of the building. That is the most interior room of the house on the first floor. Put as many walls between you and the outside room as possible in order to stay safe here. This is a serious situation. This is a tornado warning. Not a tornado watch. This is a tornado warning. This means that this thunderstorm can produce a tornado, and we have seen the rotation tighten here over the past couple of scans here. And this is our velocity where we're looking for our red and greens here as well. So this is going to move off to the north and east. This is moving off to the north and east at, let's see here, moving off to the north and east at 50 miles per hour. So if we time this out here, north and east at 50 miles an hour, let's zoom out. I'm going to zoom out here. Time this out north and east at 50 miles an hour. I'm going to zoom out even more. So this is Woodville in 13 minutes. This is Rail in 30 minutes. Washington, it would reach you in 39 minutes. And Sandy Hill, 45 minutes. Lincolnton in 57 minutes as well. So we want you to go ahead and take shelter where you are, and make sure that you are heeding this warning. This is a tornado warning. Again, I want to go over the counties. Again, it is Greene, Oglethorpe, extreme northern Tallifer County. So this is for Greene, northern Greene County. This is north of Greensboro, towards Union Point and Woodville. For Oglethorpe County, this is far southern Oglethorpe County, south of Maxey's here on Georgia Highway 77. And northern Tallifer, this would be in that little quad area of Wilkes, Oglethorpe, Tallifer, and Greene counties. This does not include you, Crawfordville. This is all north of you, anywhere along Georgia 44 and north. And then this also does include Wilkes County. Washington, Georgia, you are not in the warning just yet, but this is headed in your general direction as well. I just want you to go ahead and heed that warning as it comes through. Just going to look for some more information here from the National Weather Service, see if they said anything else. They've also issued a severe thunderstorm warning downstream here as well. So this is the tornado warning for Oglethorpe, Greene, Northern Taliaferro, and Wilkes counties. And this goes until 3:45. So we'll back out here. We'll go back and we'll show you. This again is in eastern Georgia here. Again, that tornado watch for east and central Georgia goes until 3 a.m. We can show you that here as well. That tornado watch is in effect until 3 a.m. Some strong tornadoes are possible with these quick spin ups, but with that tornado watch, we now have a tornado warning, and this is south of Athens here. It's currently, if there were a tornado on the ground right now, it would be in Greene County moving towards Woodville right now. If you're in Woodville, you should be in your safe place right now. If you live in Woodville, you should be in your safe place currently. In northern Greene County, this is north of I-20, moving in the general direction of Wilkes County and southern Oglethorpe counties. Now, if we move back towards our, we're going to show our correlation coefficient here to see if we're picking up on any low CC values that would indicate maybe debris aloft. Not really seeing anything here. We're far away from the radar, so there's a lot of noise that we're going to get back from the radar. But back to our greens and reds, which we know here. Our greens and reds should be here. It has the rotation has started to weaken and fall apart just a bit over the last couple of scans here, but we're going to keep you weather aware and we're going to keep you well aware and stay on top of this just in case it does recycle. Now, we've been watching this storm as it made its way across Madison. Just after it passed through Madison, the rotation began to tighten, and the National Weather Service deemed it enough for a tornado warning. So we're going to zoom back in here. That tornado warning again is until 3:45 a.m. for the counties of Greene, Oglethorpe, Taliaferro, and Wilkes. Now, Taliaferro, it is extreme northern Taliaferro counties. It does not include the city of Crawfordville. I-20, this is all north of you, although there is some heavy rain on I-20 between Madison and Crawfordville. You do not want to be driving on I-20 right now. But this tornado warning is for southern Oglethorpe, northern Greensboro. This is north of you. It's moving through Woodville now. It should be moving through Woodville now, just south of Maxey's in Oglethorpe County. It'll cross Taliaferro counties along Georgia Highway 22 in the next few minutes as it moves northeast at 50 miles an hour. You can see the box here, rail. This will be headed towards you, just south of you, all along Georgia Highway 78, and eventually towards Washington and Wilkes County. Washington, you're not in the box just yet. We're going to see if the National Weather Service in Peachtree City decides to extend that box, if they will. But this will be headed in your general direction as well. I'm going to go check for some more updates from the National Weather Service here. So again, we have another active severe weather night here with that our second tornado warning in North Georgia. This is, again, for Taliaferro, Oglethorpe, Northern Greene, and Wilkes counties. And this goes until 3:45 a.m. If you are in Woodville, you should be in your safe place now. The time to think about a plan has come, and it has gone. The time is now to go ahead and get to your safe place, get to your safe spot as this heads toward Washington as well. Just cross-posting this to Athens, Georgia weather as well, so we can get some of our Athens, Georgia weather folks who may not have transferred over to our new Weather Dogs page. Go ahead and get them the alert as well, as this is kind of close to Athens. It's in our neighboring counties here, and we're looking at this tornado warning right now. This is east of Madison. It is not in Morgan County anymore. This tornado warning is for northern Greene, north of Greensboro. Greensboro, you're not in the warning. Woodville, this would be on top of you right now. This is on top of you right now in Woodville. If there would be a tornado on the ground, it would be on top of you. And this is also this is southern Oglethorpe County. This is going to move through the southern tip of Oglethorpe. This is south of Maxey's along Georgia Highway 77. It'll cross Georgia Highway 22 in extreme northern Taliaferro County. Taliaferro, this does not include Crawfordville. If you live in Crawfordville, this does not include you. But if you are near Lineville in Taliaferro County, this warning does include you. Take heed and seek shelter, as we've seen the cells overnight cycle and cycle again, and they can cycle up. Now, this rotation, ever since the warning has been issued, has broadened, but it could tighten up in a heartbeat, and even in between 5-minute scans, we could see this begin to tighten up as well. Now, in Wilkes County, this is Washington. This warning does not include you, but if you live in Washington, you need to be watching this, because you need to be aware, because this is headed in that general direction of Washington County as well. We'll begin to all clear people here soon. The tornado watch has been allowed to be canceled and expire for areas that are west of this yellow. So Griffin, Monroe, Gainesville, Toccoa, Hiwassee, Ellijay, Dalton, Calhoun, you're all in the clear for tonight. But that tornado watch is still in effect for eastern Georgia through 3 a.m. tonight. And as we can see, that threat still remains, as we have that tornado warning that is now in effect for south and east of Athens. Just wanted to zoom out again and show you guys where we are. We are south and east here of Athens. We are east of Atlanta and north of I-20 within the state. This is where that tornado warning is, and it's going until 3:45 a.m., 3:45 this morning. So about another 30 minutes with this warning. We'll switch over to our greens and reds here. We like to call velocity, and that's going to show us where our rotation might be. And if we had rotation, it would be moving through Woodville right now towards Union Point as well. So just north of Woodville. And this would be in the general direction going towards northern Taliaferro. We'll do another draw out. We'll take it northeast at 50 miles an hour, and that's just it switching over. We're kind of working in between radars here as well. We'll take our storm cone out, throw it out 50 miles an hour to the northeast. Let's see, 16 minutes. Rail, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Rail, 16 minutes. Tignal, 29 minutes. Seibert, 39 minutes. And Mount Carmel, 49 minutes. And McCormick, 59 minutes. Washington, this could just go just north of you, but you need to be paying attention to this now. This is a serious, this is a tornado warning, not just a watch. The National Weather Service has issued this tornado warning. If you are getting the alert in Taliaferro County, maybe you live along I-20, this is not for anyone that lives right along I-20. This is for extreme northern Taliaferro County along the borders with Greene, Oglethorpe, and Wilkes counties. Crawfordville, this is not for you, but this is for places along and north of along and north of Lineville in Taliaferro County. So we want you to be safe and be weather aware, as we're both streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Both streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now. So if you need a place to see it, or if one of our streams go down, we're streaming in both places. Also on the Athens, Georgia weather page here, as well as our Weather Dogs page here as well. Now the picture here looks pretty. The resolution isn't very good because we are far away from the Atlanta radar, and if I move it a little bit, you'll see we're right in between radars from the GSP radar in South Carolina. So we're about as far away from the radar as we could possibly get to try to get a picture here. I'm just going to go check for updates from the National Weather Service here to see if we have any new messages that they may be discussing. So again, we have that. If you're just joining us right now, this is a tornado warning. We'll back out here so I can show you where we are. This is a tornado warning for, this is in northeast Georgia. This is east of Atlanta, north of I-20, and south of Athens. This is for Greene, Oglethorpe, extreme northern Taliaferro, and Wilkes County. If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to comment, and I will answer them for you. And zoom back in here on this tornado warning. Switching in between radars here because we're already so far away from the FFC beam. But again, this is a tornado warning for Greene, Oglethorpe, Taliaferro, and Wilkes counties in eastern Georgia. We're going to continue to track this for you until this is allowed to expire. But once it's allowed to expire, we will let you go. But till then, we're going to stay right here and make sure that you are safe. Taking a glance in between radars here. So if there were to be a tornado on the ground, it would be on the border between northern Greene and southern Oglethorpe counties. This is a tornado warning for, again, I'll read the counties again. If you are just joining us, this is a tornado warning. A tornado warning. This isn't a watch. This is a tornado warning. So that means you need to seek shelter if you are in the towns of of Rays, Woodville. This is passed through you. The time has came and gone. You should stay in your shelter. But if you are in rail along Georgia Highway 7, along U.S. Highway 78, if you're on U.S. Highway 78 between Crawford and Washington, Georgia, you need to be in your safe place now. Looking to see if there's any discussion on the possible extension of this warning here. So still moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. So with the radar indicated rotation, nothing has been confirmed out of this just yet, but these can spin up really fast, and it does not take much for these to touch the ground, as we've seen tonight. Just a position update on storm. I'm going to keep it right here. Going to keep you updated right here. I'm going to go back here. We're going to discuss this tornado watch that we do have. Does still include much of eastern Georgia here. This does include the cities of Edenton. This does include Elberton. This still includes like places like Augusta, Lincolnton. This all includes you as well. And this tornado watch that they've now extended until 4 a.m. It's 3:26 now. They've added another 30 minutes onto this watch. I know the graphic there is misleading, but it does go until 4 a.m. All right, so we'll take you back to our warning here, our tornado warning. They have dropped most of Greene and Oglethorpe counties from the warning. It's now moving through northern Taliaferro is where it would be. This would be well north of Crawfordville. This would be anywhere north of the intersection between Georgia Highway 44 and Georgia Highway 22 near Carter's Grove, just south of Philomath. Moving to the north and east. This would be moving towards Washington. This is going to be south of U.S. Highway 78 at Rail and north of Georgia Highway 44 east of Carter's Grove. So it looks like they will extend that tornado warning into Wilkes County, or just dropping and just issuing it for Wilkes County. So there's that new tornado warning until 4:15 a.m. Washington. This just scrapes you to the north. This is for Tignal as well. So this is a new tornado warning, 3:27 a.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Rail or 9 miles northwest of Washington, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So this is picking up speed now. There's that new tornado warning, 4:15 a.m. If you're waking up, maybe you're hearing sirens in Wilkes County. This is going to go towards north of Washington towards Tignal. If you are in Tignal, the time to take shelter is now. Washington, go ahead and take shelter now as well. Anywhere in northern Wilkes County as this tornado warning moves towards you. So again, I just want to reiterate that they have extended this tornado warning into Wilkes County, into northern Wilkes County. This would be northern Wilkes County, past Rail. If there were a tornado to be on the ground right now, it would be over Rail, moving to the northeast. So areas like Tignal, along Georgia Highway 17. If you live up along Georgia Highway 17, anywhere south of Norman and north of Washington. This is for you. You need to get to your safe place now. So what is your safe place? When we tell you to get to your safe place, where is that? Your safe place is the lowest level of your building with the most interior room. The lowest level of your building with the most interior room, you want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Looking for more updates in this new scan here. Going to start switching between radars to see if I can get a better view from one or the other. So this is what we call our velocity scan. This is our red and greens. You can see where you start to use the South Carolina radar here. Our tornado would be here. And moving off generally to the northeast. So we will time this out northeast at 55 miles an hour. So Washington, this would be north of you in 14 minutes. Time is running out to go ahead and take shelter. Seibert, this would be 27 minutes. Mount Carmel, 37 minutes. McCormick, 45 minutes. This is all in South Carolina. And Promised Land in 56 minutes as well. The rotation on this has been looking pretty broad here, but we're going to stay with you until they decide to cancel or expire the warning. And this is from the National Weather Service in Peachtree City. Now, as we move out of Wilkes County, it will move into the Columbia and Greensville, Spartanburg weather forecasting office area. So we'll be getting updates from them. But until then, as we've mapped this out, until then, we still have our tornado warning until 4:15 a.m. or it is canceled. So zoomed out here across the region, we can see our storms that have come in from tonight that are moving along and to the east. Now, I'll draw an all clear line. If you are to the left of this line, your severe weather threat has passed. You are all clear. If you are to the left of this line, you are all clear. Now, if you're to the right of that, you still have time to go before your severe weather threat is over. Athens, you are all clear. Atlanta, you are all clear. And areas to the west and north of that are all clear. To the east, you still have storms to go through, especially with that tornado warning still down here in Wilkes County. So we'll zoom back into this tornado warning in Wilkes County. And you can see this like curly Q wrap up on radar in northern Greene, and as it heads towards Wilkes County, towards northern Washington. We'll be looking for the tornado right there on the border. So our tornado we'd be looking for would be just to the west of Washington, getting ready to cross U.S. Highway 78 towards Tignall and eventually towards Lincolnton. As this gets closer to the radar in South Carolina, we're going to be using that one. They're probably going to allow this, once this storm moves out of the previous warning, they're going to allow that to expire for Oglethorpe and Greene counties. But until then, you are still in that warning. And Wilkes, you are in the warning until 4:15 a.m. If you are south of Washington, you are in the clear. But if you are north of Washington in Wilkes County, this tornado warning is for you, and that means you need to seek shelter now. Go to the bottom floor of your building, of your home. If you're in your car, you need to find shelter immediately. Bottom floor of your building, of your building, of your home, and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Now, the rotation here has looked pretty broad. Looks like it's fallen apart over the last couple of scans here, but we're going to continue to monitor it until the National Weather Service drops it. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, zooming back out here, you can see the line of storms that are now coming through a more linear mode here through north and central Georgia. The only tornado warning right now is in Wilkes County. It's in Wilkes County, moving off to the northeast at 55 miles an hour. And again, this goes until 4:15 this morning. While this warning goes until 4:15, the tornado watch goes until 4 a.m. As an old graphic, the 3 they did add an extra hour to help the storms have moved a bit slower. They did add an extra hour, so that tornado watch is in effect until 4 a.m. and not 3 a.m. Right now, we're just waiting to see any more updates from the National Weather Service. We'll go ahead and go back and look at some new scans for this tornado warning as it moves off to the north and east at 55 miles an hour. Yeah, so this would be heading towards Tignal, anywhere along Georgia Highway 17, north of Washington, and south of Norman. So it does look like they are going to allow the tornado warning that was not the Wilkes part of the tornado, but the tornado warning that was for Greene, Taliaferro, and Oglethorpe counties. They will allow that portion of the warning to expire at 3:45 a.m. You'll see that drop off here soon. But Wilkes, that includes you, Tignal, north of Washington, you are still included in the tornado warning until 4:15 a.m. Waiting on more updates from the National Weather Service here on this storm as it heads out. It's going to be heading out of their coverage area here soon, but until then, still a tornado warning for northern Wilkes County until 4:15 a.m. The Weather Service is going to allow that there. You saw it there. They allowed that first portion of the warning to expire. There that was for Oglethorpe, Greene, and northern Taliaferro counties, but they're going to keep that on. Looks like they're going to allow it to expire at 4:15. But that is nothing compared to the rotation we have down here. This is outside of the area we normally would cover, but I did want to show y'all this. This is a pretty good rotation here down in Warner Robins as it moves to the east. Was looking for any, but yeah, the tornado would be in here as it moves through Centerville and Warner Robins, and that's a pretty populated area for it to be moving through. But just want to reiterate, this is until 4 a.m. They're probably going to drop a couple counties off of this pretty soon. But it is a tornado watch until 4 a.m. with strong tornadoes possible. That 3 there has not been updated since they put out the new update extending this watch till 4 a.m. And this is all for the eastern counties and even stretches on up into South Carolina. But we're going to stay with you until this warning does drop off the map for Wilkes County. Should be here shortly. Haven't seen any impressive signatures with it. Just looking right now for any updates from the National Weather Service. If you have any questions, just let us know, and we'll be happy to answer any of those for you. Yeah, so that severe thunderstorm warning accompanied with it until 4:30, and that tornado warning is until 4:15. So it looks like we're running another 25 minutes with it there. But I did want to go down. Let's go back down to this storm Warner Robins here. If you have family down there, definitely let them know to call them, give them a call, wake them up, let them know they live in Warner Robins. They need to not be on the second floor here. Even where the tornado would be right where you would see this that backwards C shape at the top of it, where you would see that kink. And anyways, in that backward C shape is some extremely dangerous winds. Those are
heavy winds. That looks like they confirmed tornado in Houston County. Damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado. Yeah, we did see the CC drop there for one scan. So they have upgraded this one. This is in Houston County. This is in central Georgia. It's not in our area here, but this is a radar confirmed tornado. They listed it as 13 miles northeast, basically right over the Air Force Base. Let's see if we can see it on CC here. It's kind of hard to see anything. But our tornado would be right here. It would be right along 129 over the northern part of the Robins Air Force Base. This was observed. Observed tornado. Look to see how that continues. But we'll come back to our area up here. That is in central Georgia. That tornado warning goes until 4:30. The tornado warning in North Georgia here goes until 4:15. And that is looking to be crossing into South Carolina now. Small update on that tornado in Warner Robins. It does look like it did possibly dropped a quick tornado debris signature, but it looks like it has since lifted. Looking to see if they're going to give us any updates here on storm moving out of Wilkes County. We shall see. But that looks like it's completely fallen apart. Not seeing any rotation with that right now, but I understand their focus is definitely more on this tornado warning in central Georgia. Looks like they've extended it as well into Twiggs and into Twiggs County. But that is down in central Georgia. Up here, we are awaiting the expiration of this tornado warning at 4:15. I wonder if they're going to wait the full 15 minutes on it as it's moving out of the box north of Washington here. But we are holding steady, see what they'll do with this. This is basically crossing into South Carolina now. And the GSP office isn't doing anything with it, and there it goes. They have canceled the tornado warning for Wilkes County. So that is it. If you are east of Washington, you're the last ones in North Georgia that haven't got the all clear. But if I drew a line, you are all clear. Actually, that was a terrible line. I'll draw another one. If you are west of that line, you're all clear. If you were to the left of this white line, all clear for the rest of the night. You can go to bed. You can rest easy. If you have family down in central Georgia, check on them for sure. Make sure they are okay. If they're in northern Houston County, it looked like we had a brief touchdown down there as well. But that is going to be it from us here at Weather Dogs and here at the University of Georgia. Stay tuned for more weather updates and weather blogs, and we'll be here as always if needed. Thank you.